What is up, everybody? It's Verse here today, and this has to be one of the most saltiest posts I have seen with very few words in this post. I was like, geez, this is what having only one console does to somebody. It just makes them this extremely salty because this guy apparently, apparently he can't focus on playing this console of choice because the other console, which he doesn't like, Xbox, is getting so much attention right now. First, it was Vampire Survivors coming out when getting a lot of shine because when God of Ragnarok released, Vampire Survivors hit Game Pass, which took a lot of shine from God of Ragnarok. It took some shine away from it, which these Sony guys don't like. And now the newest game, High on Life, which is on every probably is probably flooding this guy's timeline. He can't stand it because this game isn't on PlayStation. It's on Xbox. It's getting so much praise right now. So it just sucks to suck that these guys they only came on one console apparently. That's why you should have multiple consoles, or I don't know, just not be a Sony fanboy, I guess. But this is a post that he made that was super salty. Vampire Survivors was so revolutionary. He had to be fuming while saying this. Was so revolutionary. It took High on Life to make it disappear from the face of social media. So comparing two games that's not on PlayStation right now because they're on Xbox, and he's so mad about it. He's so mad. Because for one, a lot of people hate Vampire Survivors because the game looks like it's like an NES or SNES style game, and they didn't like that it like kind of took some type of shine away from this big third party, this big first party story game like God of War. They don't like that at all, and they definitely like High on Life getting attention either because it's not a AAA game from Xbox, so it's not a AAA game, but just hilarious. This amount of salt. It's like, geez, play. Should it be playing the PlayStation they love so much? But this guy's just sitting here on Twitter, just being super salty, while people are enjoying either Vampire Survivors or High on Life right now. It's just hilarious. So Xbox gamers are having fun with two recent games, while PlayStation fans stay jelly because they finished God of War and resume waiting themselves. Yes, they beat God of War within a week. Now they don't know what to do with themselves. They only clamor about these first party exclusives, but now that they beat their big first party exclusive for a long time, they just can't. They just don't know what to do with themselves now. They're just salty on Twitter apparently. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from you here. Yeah, that's the vibe I see as well. They're just being super salty because they have nothing to do after they beat God of War. God of War clears the two games. High on Life is a one and done walking simulator, right? if if you think, how the hell do you think High on Life is a walking simulator? Like, that doesn't make any sense. There's literally like no points in the game where they make you walk super slow. They stop you from walking and focus on a cutscene. There's literally like no point in the game that does that. Vampire Survivors is a mobile game. Didn't really spend $500 on a Series X for that personally. Who said what? Why would you even get the notion that somebody spent $400 just to play Vampire Survivors? Like, how many? These just comments just don't make any sense. Um, Lily's still everywhere. Both of them deserve the spotlight. I agree. They're just so mad that AAA games, especially not the first part AAA games, aren't getting that much. They aren't getting like the praise they think they should when other games come out. It's just hilarious to me. Two amazing games, both on Xbox Game Pass, all for $10 a month. So awesome. Can you help this guy? Everyone still sees that Vampire Survivors is still everywhere, but sadly, this guy isn't able to. Especially when they just released like a DLC like this week or last week. They just released a DLC recently, so pretty sure people are still talking about this game. You remember God of War? Yeah, neither do I. Then he says the game that won most awards at the Game Awards. Yeah, I do, but they didn't win the award that mattered, the Game of the Year award. So, which I had to go. They were so butthurt that they had several Sony fanboys just fuming when they heard the Elden Ring won a Game of the Year. But yeah, they're trying to see that, hey, they won the most games, they won the most awards at the Game Awards, but they didn't win the one that matters. So, um, I don't think anyone claimed Vampire Survivors as revolutionary. People found it addictive and fun, and now High on Life is being enjoyed. The common theme between these two games, PlayStation fanboys hating slash downplaying them despite Xbox slash PC gamers loving them both. Yeah, why would somebody be so mad that people are enjoying a game? Like, should you want that as a gamer? But because it does have a Sony logo attached to either one of these games, they're so butthurt about it, which is just hilarious. Did it disappear now? I literally saw this post about 20 seconds before yours. And this is Cliff Blazinski praising Vampire Survivors. Okay. Then is apparently this is the best rated game, the second best rated game on Steam right now. Wow. Game Pass was supposed to be the Netflix of gaming, turned out to be the TikTok of gaming instead. What does that even mean? Like what? Okay, apparently you think he made some value, some amazing point right there, but okay. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Some games just hit different, like the Macarena. It sucks, but people love it. Can you just enjoy your games without trashing others? I don't think they can at this point. Because people aren't praising God of War. Because people stop praising God of War. They're just fuming right now. No, he can't enjoy his games. The fact that some people on different consoles are enjoying some games appeared to upset him. Which is just sad at the end of the day. I'm not even convinced you actually play video games. Maybe it's just weird to just play Twitter all day. I don't know. Did you play either game? Yeah, I want to see as most of the people who are hating on this game. Like, I even listened to a podcast where they were hating on vampires. They were hating on High on Life, and then the people who hate on the game played the game. So it's like it's kind of crazy how people could just hate on the game and just don't play it at all. Like, you're not remotely curious what people are saying. This game is fun. Like they just watched it video on YouTube and said this is trash. They didn't play the game at all. So it's just fascinating. He is such a plastic worshiper. It's sad. He can't enjoy all consoles. It's like he can't differentiate childhood memories slash attachment from modern reality. Sickening, actually. What was the excuse for God of Ragnarok to disappear then? It was a one and done game. When they beat the game, it's like, what else is to say, really? Once they beat the game, it's over with. You are just being silly now in your quest for attention, dude. I put mega hours in gaming since the mid 70s. Hit that retro addiction button like nothing I've run across in years. I will put in more time at 100% already and a backlog that is only getting larger. Okay. It lasts longer than God of Ragnarok, though. Kind of did in a way. Like people are still talking about both those games. They probably gonna talk about how life longer than Ragnarok as well too, which is kind of hilarious. This is what will happen if you play lonely games 3 times in a row. You get desperate, hopeless, and can't stand seeing people enjoy even indie games. Yeah, who gets butthurt over indie games? Like really? uh, but there are still a lot of people still playing Vampire Survivors. What is this? Apparently, this is some Steam ranking system right here. I guess 42 out of like however many games I got on Steam. So still doing pretty well is what he's trying to get at. Okay. Xbox gamers have been hyping Pentiment Vampire Survivors as Dusk Falls and now High on Life. What an effing disgraceful year. Really, generation. I mean, I haven't really heard any people hype it up Pentiment. I think that was like a past project from the people who made that game. Vampire Survivors is mainly getting hyped about PC gamers. Like, I don't really see too many Xbox gamers hyping that game up, but I haven't played that game, so it might be a fun game as well. I haven't played Vampire Survivors yet. As Dusk Falls, I'm always hyping that game. That game was awesome to me, and High on Life is awesome as well. So, I mean, the game's pretty good. I'm enjoying what I got for game on Xbox this year, so I'm not complaining. Um, every game does not need to be 100 hours cinematic masterpiece to be enjoyed. When you don't play games, you tweet nonsense like this. New DLC just came out. Vampire Survivor fans actually play games. Crazy how High on Life made God of War disappear too. High on Cringe is a flop. It's a flop, but it's all over everybody's Twitter timelines, though, which is hilarious. Do you get paid to be a brainlet? Okay, then. So they did not take too kindly to this guy's opinion right there. He's like, just give me attention, please. Just please give me attention, is what this post screams. You can say what you want, but I have seen way more gameplay shares of both these games than I have seen of any Sony games released this year alone combined. That shows Sony fanboys love to talk crap on Twitter rather than play and share their experiences. This might be the Twitter record for the most salt and the fewest words possible. He is definitely salty. He is definitely salty. Because at the end of the day, he just wants the Sony game to get this much attention that these games are getting so far. It kind of reminds me of that scene from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where Will Smith is he's talking to Uncle Phil and asking why his father that abandons him doesn't love him and why he keeps leaving. Like, why doesn't he love me, Uncle Phil? It's kind of the same sentiment with this guy. Like, why don't they give God of Ragnarok the same amount of attention that they're giving High on Life and Vampire Survivors? It is pretty much the same thing at this point. Like, to be this salty about these two games is just ridiculous. For a console that you say you love so much, that PS5, they don't really talk about any PS5 games on there. They talk about what Xbox gamers are playing right now. A byproduct of one and done games, staring at other people's plates, concocting wild conspiracies with a monocle on. Xbox has no games, but those it does have, people are feigning enjoyment of apparently. Yet PC gamers, I love Vampire Survivor and High on Life. Superiority complex. Funny enough, as Xbox gamers busy while waiting, having just completed God of War, I don't think that's sitting well with them. Yeah. Xbox gamers are sure they're playing games right now because most of them are probably playing High on Life right now. Well, this guy's just sulking on Twitter, just mad. He's seen everybody else enjoying this Xbox exclusive game right now. Everyone is enjoying those games except PlayStation only fans. Okay. Vampire Survivors was and still is massive on Steam. No one will be talking about Vampire Survivor having it launched on mobile first. What is this? Saul's boy is running with his damage control for slot pass crumbs sprinkled into his mouth by Uncle Phil. Take the L for the 12th year running and spend more time trying to shield next year's fodder. 10,000 max concurrent players for High on Cringe. What? What is even this tweet? And he has a Kirby avatar. Like, really? The game doesn't have any voice acting in it. Like, Nintendo fans are another weird bunch too. But that was another topic for the day. Nintendo fans are another weird group as well too. But okay. But yeah, it's just hilarious. Like, really, this guy's really butthurt that other games will get attention over his precious Sony exclusives. It's like, how dare people actually enjoy video games where you actually get the interact and play with the medium and just such as watching it like you do watching the medium like you do with Sony games. But you know, they can stay butthurt. Xbox gamers are enjoying games what they're meant to be used for, to actually play the video games, not just watch them. But they're super butthurt that these two indie games and AA games are getting more attention than their big AAA games are, which is just hilarious. But I'm gonna conclude it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Leave a like this video. Always thanks for watching, and peace.